Higdon Outdoors Television is brought to you by HEVI-SHOT, the industry leader in performance shot shell ammunition. Tetra, hear the hunt. Eukanuba, the official dog food of Higdon Outdoors. Momarsh, hunt hard, hide easy.
You know, being able to have opportunities to hunt all across the country. We get invites to go at some unbelievable places, but the number one thing that I've learned years ago is, you know, you always have an open mind and you learn different parts of the country that you go to. For example, I grew up in obviously Northwest Tennessee, big hunting spreads, big water, hunting traffic, big blinds, elaborate setup. When we go up to Ira's place in north central Missouri, there at Sumner, it was a completely different scenario. And one of the biggest things that I learned that these guys in this area, the kind of their niche and what they're really good at is moist soil management. Every week or so, they might fluctuate the water. They might add another inch of water just so that excess food source, you know, whether it's smart weed or natural weeds, or if it's planted millet or corn, whatever, that water elevation gets higher up on the crop. And it allows the birds to have a food source to feed in, to rest in, protection from predators, and all of that. You know, Ira's farm, Locust Grove, is around 400 and something acres. On the north side of it is a state refuge. So what Ira did is he created his own personal refuge on the south side of his farm. So now every day you've got ducks leaving his refuge, going to the state refuge, back and forth all day, so he can position the hunters under the flight path of the ducks and geese. So when you manage it like that and always be conscious of the wind, you're gonna hold ducks all year. And especially when you add on to the fact of how they control their water control structures, add a little water, release a little water, it makes a perfect scenario for ducks and geese, and a perfect heaven, in a sense, as he calls it, for ducks to keep there and stay there all season. So check out this road trip that we went on. I think you'll be entertained, and hopefully you'll learn something of what they do there in Sumner.
Come on the left side. Left side, right up top. Right up front.
Left side, get him. Nice shot.
Max.
He worked real pretty. I lost him. I thought he was coming around to the back right, but
He came around to the back wrong.
yeah. Hey, in the pot he goes though. He's doing it.
Whammy shell.
Hey, Brooke, you need a dangler?
I would love a dangler.
When in doubt, dangle. Oh, there's another one there.
I think you can. I got my gun.
Are you on him? I got my gun.
Get him.
Oh, yes.
I shot a dead duck. I was waiting for someone else to go, and then as soon as I decided, oh, I guess they're talking to me, boom, boom, right.
Bo, that had to have been pretty.
Woo. That's the ones we're after right there. Feels good to do that after shooting those teal for a few days.
Good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Inside every dog is something extraordinary, waiting to be unleashed. For the people who recognize their potential, who coach raw ability into dogs who inspire awe. For people whose greatest achievement is the bond they've built and the stories they share. We're with you, fueling the extraordinary things your dog can do.
One of the things that I always love to do besides the hunting, when I get to an area, is I want to see this. I want to see the scenery. I want to go around and see the different farms. I want to see how they manage the farm, see how they do flood control, river systems. Like, I'm just a sponge. I want to soak all of this up. And this afternoon, actually, after our hunt, we went in with Aaron, and I was begging him for days. Hey, when we come up, I want to take a tour. Let's go on a tour. And he took me on a road trip there that afternoon. That was unbelievable.
So they've got an online draw lottery deal every day, and then they also have a pour line that you can go stand in and try to draw in, you know.
I've said it, the Missouri model, the way they do the daily draws and a walk-in, it's great for the sport, because your kid that's 16 to 21 years old, they can go buy a dozen decoys, you know, a pulsator, a Visiman, and walk out to their public area and hunt.
Yeah.
But you know, some of the states in the South, you get drawn, you get a blind sight for the year. I mean, you got to have a boat, you got to have, and to compete, you got to have big spreads. I mean, it's not as inviting with just a weekend warrior to get into the sport, you know, where they can be successful at least.
Right.
It's hard that way.
House back there, Locust Grove's over that way, and then we call all this up here the North Bottom. So Fountain Grove's up this way, Swan Lake's back that way. And so this is where most of our agricultural tracks are at. When you're hunting our place at the Grand, the ducks trade back and forth from here to our refuge, you know, just back and forth. Hell, this is Grand Pass, and this is their east side refuge here. So, you know, our property is all on the other side of this lake, Keatsall Lake. It runs way up there. So we're on that side, and then these are all refuge pools for their east side refuge, and all their hunting pools are that way. But Grand Pass is pretty cool. I remember back when I was in school, so back then there was no draw, nothing. You just come, fill out a green card, and go hunting. It was brand new, you know, and Grand Pass, 5,000 acres, and it'll hold 500,000 birds every year. It doesn't have near that many yet this year, but it's a little gem, that's for sure. Pretty cool spot.
Man, it's pretty. Topography, it reminds me of Mississippi River bottom back at home. I mean, this is pretty. I mean, I feel at home right here.
Be a little prettier.
Not as many ducks.
Be a little prettier if it wasn't 80 degrees, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you know, it doesn't matter though. Right up front. Here we go. Right, sit.
Get him left side.
Get him! Get him! Oh, nice shot! Oh, good shot. Good shot, Brooke.
Thank you.
You noticed how when they got to a certain height, they could actually see us
Yeah.
a little better, and then it was over.
Oh.
You know, if you notice, when even they were swinging back over, once they got to a certain height, they could see those flashers. You know, we're still in a little bit of a shadow line, but you're starting to get a little bit of sunlight, and once they got to that certain height, man, they could see our spread a little better, and it was...
I mean, it takes all the conditions to hide 7 ugly mugs out of here.
And not only that, but you know, that sun is in their eyes. They're so bright. And then once they get to a certain level, and then it's a shadow, it is almost like you're in the sunlight and you kill the light. You got to, it's like a second for your eyes to adjust.
Right.
Front, right up front. 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock. That side, that side.
Get him, get him, get him. Hey, we're team double tap.
Hey, I shot at a dead duck, I think.
Team double tap. It's
Ducks,
getting ready to get real pretty.
dog. This is fun.
You're next.
Just what the doctor ordered.
That's right.
I'll just slide him on mine. I'll claim him.
How come all my ducks come back still wiggling a little bit, and y'all's ducks come back just, you know, a little more lethargic? Does that come with age?
I guess. Blindness. Get lucky.
Call them in here, Bo. Bet you can't do it.
We need a mute button, like a mute button on the tetras. You push it and it just, it's like a bow button. We'll just call it a bow button. Instead of a mute, we'll call it a bow button.
You talking crap?
No, not at all.
Let's do it again.
Introducing the new and improved heavy metal from HEVI-SHOT. 16% more downrange knockdown power with new higher density bismuth pellets layered over corrosion-resistant steel. Try the new heavy metal today and increase your odds. Tighter patterns, longer range, clean kills. HEVI-SHOT. I didn't come this far to miss.
Oh, that looks good. 1 o'clock.
Cat!
Nice.
Fellers.
Nice.
Somebody on that right side got it. I don't know. It wasn't me. I didn't shoot. Somebody on that right side knows how to shoot just a little bit, I think. Who was it? Oh. That couldn't have been Kelly. I don't know.
I shot, but the duck was dead, falling right when I...
Are you saying he's going to mine lantern?
Oh, in the decoys. Right side, right side, right side. Get him!
Set. Max.
Good shooting left side.
Nice. Heating up a little.
Boy.
Out front, out front, out front, out front.
Shoot her, Brooke. Shoot her.
Get him! Oh, I didn't.
I was gonna throw this duck at it, but
She's a freebie.
this is fun.
I should have crunched her, Ira.
Yes.
I was too kind.
Yes.
I had the bead on her and the safety off. That didn't happen often.
12 o'clock.
Right behind us, right over your right shoulder, front, right up front, right front. I can't shoot.
Never mind, I'll go.
Get him, Ira.
Cash! I knew you'd come back me up.
Good.
I was just talking you into it.
New from Higdon Outdoors, the Apex one-piece full-size Canada Goose Decoy. Our Apex stake system gives you lightning-fast setup and realistic motion. Precise detail highlights every feather with XHD hyper-feathering. Finish birds closer and maximize your hunt. Visit HigdonOutdoors.com or your local retailer. Higdon's one-piece Canada Goose Decoy. Apex.
So there's a little piece of history right there. Two 55-gallon barrels, 30, 40 feet in the air.
So
Guys
what are
climb up in there and pass shoot geese.
And sit down inside that bucket.
Yeah.
It doesn't look sturdy to me, bub. There is no way I would get in that thing.
Well, there's where we're hunting in the morning, boys. Put on your tree spikes.
Sorry, Ira, if you were like, hey, Powers, you got to get up in that, I'm out, buddy. So apparently, Ira was telling us back in the day that most of the goose hunting around here was done pass shooting. And it got to be so competitive where guys were not putting decoys out. Obviously, they're going and getting on tree lines and all that. Well, when you're on a tree line, you're using the tree line for cover. So to close the distance, they're building these, I thought was deer stands, and these treetops, or I shouldn't say treetops, I was thinking 15 feet off the ground. Goodness, look at that.
Oh yeah, man,
That's
higher the better.
That's
I mean,
35, 40 feet.
Oh yeah, you had to find a tall tree. You didn't want to go put it up in some dang scrub brush. I mean, it's kind of like a measuring contest, manhood measuring contest.
Well,
you got to find a tall tree.
I would lose that contest. There is no way I would get in that thing.
Yeah, and I was telling them they'd cut each other's trees down and get in fist fights and burn people's trees down because they all wanted to be higher than the other guys so they could get their goose.
So that was when they shot one goose a day, right?
One goose a day. Yep. Gives you a lot of time to drink whiskey and get in fist fights, I guess.
Well, it would take them half a day to climb up there.
Dang sure don't want to send your dog out of that.
No, I don't know. You're not gonna, it's gonna be tough to get him up there. And two guys get up there, slide down inside that barrel and just wait them out.
Yep. well, we done did it. Came over, beautiful day, wind blew, sunshine, greenheads. So it was a great hunt. Got the products out here, did some testing. I really don't have any changes on it, man. It's pretty awesome. So get them brought to market and somebody else can shoot some greenheads out of them. Time for some breakfast.
Man, guys, it went pretty sweet. As you can tell, couldn't get any prettier than that. No, man, I like these new prototype blinds we're working on. Shallow water, dry ground, doesn't matter what environment you're gonna be in. Sets up easy. Additional height, the legs go down into the mud. Best thing about it is stable. The clamps in the middle of these things, you can see right here, you can flip these up, the whole deal packs in. These clamps, man, it holds this thing rock solid. Pretty cool. We're gonna pack it up, man, get out of here, go grab some breakfast, but another unbelievable hunt with our Locust Grove, and we appreciate you guys watching, and check us out again, Higdon Outdoors Television.
Perfect, perfect.
Tell you what, you want to cut and I'll peel. How about that?
Perfect. I'm just gonna finish up this one I was working on. Perfect. There you go.
Is there a trick to what you're doing?
Man, everybody has techniques and you do it your whole life. What I do, I feel for the breastbone. I feel the crown of that breastbone, run this thumb underneath, push it in, it pops, it breaks into the skin, and I run my thumbs all the way up. Then the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the palm of my hands and I'll push down on everything and it opens it up. And that cleans everything really good. That way you can get 2 good fillets off both sides of that breastbone. So what we'll do is we'll take this pan of meat now, let them set in salt water for about a day. And then what we'll do is take them out of that, cut them in strips, put them in a bag with a little marinade, then put them on with like a sous vide, which is a water immersion, and cook them up to probably 140, 145 temp, and then take them out of that sous vide, throw them on a hot grill or a hot cast iron skillet to sear, and it just absolutely will melt in your mouth. And these little guys are the best because if you'll notice, they're tender as can be. It's tiny, and you'll take, when you get that fillet out, oh, Bo, look at this. That guy right there, you talk about delicious. Little fillet of meat, get the feathers off, we'll clean it, melt in your mouth. If you want it really good, wrap it in bacon, heaven.
Perfect. What are you doing? I said get rid of the flies, I'm gonna get rid of the flies. Don't ask for something that you don't want. This is literally what I was made to do. 2 in 1 shot. Oh, headshot. Ooh, stick it to the side. Oh, horsefly, horsefly. Oh!
Where I was wanting to hunt. Breathe. Hi, fellas.
This is how you breakfast.
Asco.
I don't know what kind of breakfast you like. I know what I like.
I'm allergic to eggs, but I'm gonna eat them anyways. That's great.
Thanks for waiting on me, guys.
All right, let's see here. We're gonna talk about how Bo Brooks missed every damn shot he took.
Do it. Please do it. He went 0 for 3 on his first volley. He never quit blowing his wood duck call.
It's a good thing Brooke was on the left end down there. It's Bo's worst day and my best day.
Yep.
Make sure we document it.
Self-proclaimed worst day of duck hunting ever for Bo Brooks, he said.
Aaron calls him the translator, so I'm gonna put the translator needs glasses.
That is awesome.